crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
This is the Steamroller 2015 number 2 scenario called Two Fronts. There is kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for dominating your close zone, 1 for controlling the far zone, and 2 for dominating it. You can't do either of those though until you destroy the enemy objective, and if you do so, that's another control point. Alright guys, on this side we are going to have Derek circle Oberos, and he'll be taking Baldur2 and a whole bunch of walls and a rip horn. On the other side here we have Taylor's Legion, and this one's going to be with Thagrosh with his new tier here. Lets him have like double spawning vessels and cool stuff with beast mistresses that he's not going to bother with. So with this here, they're now just figuring out the praise because there's double war spears and all their UAs with extra free UAs. But Circle Oberos is going to be going first. There's that big huge piece of water that had to be dealt with. I believe it was Taylor, the Legion player, who won the initiative and decided he'd rather go second and pick that side over there. So this means that Derek is going first here, and he's really just getting up. Now where you can really see it's going on here is that with the Wold Stalkers and the Gitterman going up there, he's probably planning to contest the top zone while he's going to be scoring on the bottom zone, because I mean that's where the majority of his battle group is. So his little Wold Watcher is going to be running up there, going for Animus, which really won't do much for it, but hey, I mean, why not? You need Fury on the table. The Rip Horn's getting up there, Megalith is getting up there, the Guardian getting up behind the wall. I mean, it's just a little bit slow. He has 2 sets of stones, they're teleporting up. Baldur's behind there. The one wall makes a new one because he can. And that's it. So now we're on to turn 1 Legion. And it's again just going to be a whole bunch of running. All these war spears and the war chief and all that stuff. Getting up the table. Really just want to be threatening. Down here as well, I mean, he just has war spears all over the place. And I mean, for the longest time, I didn't really respect these guys too much, like when I played Legion. But after seeing them in use, they can actually do some really dangerous stuff, especially when they got prey going for them. So otherwise, he is going to... So the bottom unit, it's praying the Wold Guardian. The top unit is actually praying the Gators. That's pretty important. Otherwise, he's really just getting up there, getting up some Animuses, like Spiny Growth and so forth. Getting the +2 strength onto the War Spears on the top. The Forsaken going up and trying to get their Fury. There's a Naga at the top of the board that's going to be a little bit hard to see, but otherwise you try killing off his little pot people from the spawning vessel, and that's really it. So now on a turn 2, Circle Oberos, the Wold Watcher is going to come up, take a shot, boost a hit, boost damage, and get some damage out there early. You know, might as well, these guys can shoot. He wanted to also go Stone Form, but these little lights only have 2 focus or fury that they can go up to, so that's really all you can do. If you want to boost hit, boost damage with that shot, that's really it. The stones up down at the bottom are going to be shifting up. They're mainly there just to get in the way, with the Rip Horn being not too far behind. Now, of course, with Assault and Reach and stuff, those stones aren't really that much in the way, so he might get a little bit of a surprise there. But otherwise, now he's going to be Zephyring up with the Wold Stalkers at the top, and they're going to try and take whatever shots they can. So, you know, every time they hit, they get stronger and stronger, just trying to kill off this War Spear here. And killing off that one. So, I mean, 1 model down, why not? Just keep on trying to work on it. Otherwise, again, the stones are just, it's interesting. I mean, normally you see these stones being used for more offensive, like trying to teleport up your beast, but he's really using the stones of a defensive thing, just things to get in the way. So otherwise, the Gatorman, who now went for Dirge, are just really rushing up there. He also went and put up the wall, popped the feat, and this is where I learned. I mean, I've played Baldur2 before, but I thought the feat was friendly faction. No, it's just friendly. So he gets to put that up onto the Gatorman. They're going to be +3 armor. That's really awesome. However, it also means that the models can't move, and so the Wold Guardian, unfortunately, and the tree there, the Gallows Grove, couldn't move. It's a common mistake a lot of Baldur2 players make. I've made that mistake lots of times too. It's just that part of the feat. can't be moved, placed in that cool stuff, +3 armor, but you also can't move. So if you do it too early with Baldur, that's a problem. Otherwise, now we're on to Legion turn 2, so this is where we can start scoring and stuff like this, but really, there's some attrition that has to happen. So first he's going here with his War Spears, trying to attack the Gatormen over the wall. Of course, they're very tough because of that. They're effectively going to be defense 16 between Dirge and the wall, and then with the armor, that's going to be going up to armor 21. So yeah, 15, 21, a little bit hard for them to deal with, even with the +2 and seeing the War Chief and all those little buffs, still really hard to deal with. Guys who are not in the wall, they're a little bit easier, but yeah, he only was able to kill 1 so far. Otherwise here, he's kind of measuring, seeing where he can get up with Thagrosh. And the Scythian, it's going to be able to come up in here and have reach to be able to get to that 1 there. So he's going to be boosting the hit. Trying to kill off those gators. I mean, because really, the whole point of what the gators are doing here are really just trying to get in the way and slow down the force. But, yeah, man, they're doing it. They're up there, and they've now stopped the War Spears and the Scythian. They're just kind of keeping them back. But now the War Spears at the bottom that weren't blocked, now they get to do their thing. Thagrosh had swapped over the +2 strength to them, so now they're going to be hitting mega hard. 3 of them going into the Walled Watcher, and then a couple of others going into stones and so forth, just trying to, because the stones at the bottom are set up to teleport the Riphorn, so that's definitely something to look out for, but they do kill off the Walled Watcher, so there's 1 light down so far. Then they also kill off some stones and make some attacks against the Riphorn, but don't really get too much damage on him. Yeah, just 2 stones down, and yeah, that's nothing wrong. Sure, killing those stones off and killing off a light, that's not too bad. And of course, now they're jammed in, so if Circle plan to really score in the bottom, well, that's going to be a problem for them. Otherwise, the pot is going to be coming up here from the lunch ladies killing each other. They make a shredder that goes up there and attacks the posse member. And at the top here, what he's going to do is take the Naga, which is going to take a shot at the Walled Stalker, and is going to miss. And that's really it. So now we're on to turn 3 for Circle Oberos. And looking at this, what they need to really do is just use this advantage. The feat's already gone, so unfortunately that's going to make things a little bit difficult. So they need to be really defensive to make sure these beasts can't take them out. They need to attrition away these War Spears that are in the way, but it's currently 3 heavies to 2, but one of the heavies is way far back. And remember, Thagrosh's feat is to bring one of your beasts back to life, so that's going to be a problem. Megalith is going to come first over here and take a little magical shot. That's one of the things he can do, is cast these spells. He does Caress or Crevasse or whatever it's called. Basically, you kill a model, it's removed from play, and then you get to do a spray. So in doing that, he just kind of kills off some of the lunch ladies. Nothing wrong with that. Also killed off the Forsaken with the initial shot. So always nice to get those Forsaken off, especially when you have these beasts here that are going to have a lot of fury up onto them. Meanwhile, then at the top, the Walled Stalkers are going to start shooting, and they're not going to do that well. By the way, I didn't mention that the pot up there had made a Harrier, which came in up there and killed the Black Clad, so that was gone. But they were able to now kill the Harrier. The Wall Guardian was able to run up. Again, because he was so far back, he was not able to do anything. Normally, he'd be up there, be able to fight, but do that feat thing. What can you do? Otherwise, a posse are going in now, and they're starting to attack. They actually went cold blood to make sure that they hit, and they're just slowly picking away here. I believe they kill 3 of the models, so they get some pretty good work done. One of them even being the UA, so the prey goes away, so that was really good for them. But now Baldur actually really gets into it. So he charges up here. He now has 3 of the little tokens on him now, so he gets +3 strength. Has some trouble hitting here, but what he decides to do with his fury after he kills 2 of the models is he makes a wall that's actually pretty far up, and then he puts a +2 armor, the roots of the earth, on himself. Now, the hope of that wall was to make it so that the models couldn't advance into it, but I think that was a real mistake. And so what we're going to kind of see here now on Legion turn 3, so far no scoring or anything like that. Some damage has been done to objectives, but nothing's been scored. is he is going to start attacking the posse here at the top, starting to attrition back. But what he's going to want to do is just kind of like set up that Carnivian, clear things out of the way. The Carnivian with Pathfinder can charge right over the wall, and then what he's going to do is with Thagrosh, give it from the Naga the ability to be blessed, and he's also going to give it the ability to get the +2 strength. And so now when the Carnivian comes in, he's going to charge in, which he can't do for free, so I mean he has to pay for that. But then he's going to get a free spray, and then really has no transfers. Baldur standing right there, there's no transfers. Sure, he has higher armor, but that gets negated by the Naga's blessed ability. And after a couple of hits, Baldur is going to go down, and that's going to be the end for him. So the game just ended with assassination. What are you guys' thoughts on the game?
I still don't like Gatorman Posse. But yes, I did get lucky on a lot of those attacks.
There was quite a few
Yes.
box cars rolled in a row.
The dice were finally coming back around for all they've screwed me before.
That being said, it wasn't too bad. I was probably quite a bit higher on attrition when I moved Baldur up there. I thought maybe I'd get a few points. I probably could have just kept him back.
Yeah, then I would
probably run you out on time because I had enough there that you wouldn't have been able to take out anything in the zone and just kept eating through you slowly, and my turns were definitely faster than your turns, so.
Yeah, that's true. I have so much infantry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and usually the three heavies like to kind of all stay together as like a tank behind the wall.
Yeah, I also forgot to move him.
Yeah,
that turn, so he was basically useless to me after that turn because he's so slow. I missed the turn getting him up, and then he was just kind of taking up the rear.
Yeah, and this scythe-in should not have been over here. It should have been over here. Because then I could have at least thrown both my heavies in there, probably killed two of them. 2 heavies, and then you could have only killed one, feed it back.
Yeah.
And I'd be ahead on heavies and just kind of like, then I'd be gumming you up.
Yeah.
The sprinting Harrier over here was like brutal because I had nothing else over there to take care of it. Mm-hmm. And otherwise I probably would have been able to take out your objective that turn.
I forgot you had Zephyr. I'm just like, I'll engage him.
But it...
And then you just had to miss all of those.
Yeah, and I missed everything. I needed 5s and rolled, I think, 6 3s in a row.
I was right with the stones on that side. It was more because you thought you were going to be scoring here and contesting there?
Yeah, and I was going to try to use them. Like, I wasn't sure where he was going to put his heavies, and I was going to use them to kind of
block charge lanes.
Charge lanes, block them up.
Sure, yeah.
But then you engaged
and then also,
me, so.
Also I used them to kind of get the, what's his name, the Black Clad up there.
Yeah,
a little quicker as well. I forgot to use them the one turn, not that it really did a whole lot anyway. But
yeah, like those ones wouldn't have affected that much. Because it stayed still. And just
yeah, with the big water hazard in the middle of thing. With the Gatorman Posse, it worked out great in that sense. Just run them right through, just not even caring. But yeah, it kind of made it so that my beasts were... I guess they do have Pathfinder, but still. Yeah.
So the tier here, this is the first time I've seen a Thagrosh tier. You liking it?
Yeah, this is I played this list for probably 10 months straight. Trying to get it where I wanted it, and then I got into the faction for him and Vale too. So
okay, yeah.
Luckily I get to play both of them. So.
And you're pretty new to Baldur, right? You said this is your first game with them?
This is my first game with Baldur2. I played a fair bit of Baldur before I moved to Edmonton, or Baldur1. Now, Circle was all I owned prior to moving to Edmonton, but Baldur2 is very new to me.
Are you liking them, though?
I am going to be playing this again. That was a lot of fun as far as the list goes, and I think if I actually...
Arm 22 Gatorman Posse is a thing.
Yeah. If I actually know what I'm doing a little bit better, I think I'll be able to have a little bit more success.
I forgot some of my abilities again, but I forgot I had Blood Drinker on my... With 9 inches around him, so I could have healed my War Spears.
A little bit there, yeah, as they kill a few more.
I haven't played this in several months, so I figured I'd have to get back into it.
I didn't really use the Gatorman to kill anything. It was more just stop you.
Yeah.
And that they did that perfectly. They did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah. I was perfectly fine not having your Gatorman on my heavies or my caster. both traded 1 unit.
Well, that being said, your heavies didn't really come into play almost at all. And
Yeah.
For that
Well, they're
matter,
not there
neither
for
did
that.
mine.
My infantry that's supposed to mess things up, and then after you deal with them, then you have 2 heavies.
Yeah. Although, like you said, your Scythian could have been a little bit more aggressive because, it's coming back anyway.
Yeah.
So.
It definitely should have been over here.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing. And for those watching, thanks for watching. And we'll catch you later. Bye.